Welcome to the Snatch Talk podcast, where we give unfiltered and debatably effective dating advice for CrossFitters. I'm your host, Avery Jesper, here with my co-host, John Young.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So, John, I want to hear about your week.
Okay, I guess we're just going to talk about our week for like 5 minutes, and then we'll get into what people sent us. Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, we got some good questions.
Okay. Yeah, there's one question. I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll get into it later. So we had our first full grid league match. If y'all don't know, Avery is on my grid league team, and she wanted to start this, and then I said okay, and that's why we are here.
Is that how that went?
That's how it went for me. In my head, our first practice, I would say our first full practice did not go as planned. I think nobody really understood the toll that it was going to take, like to do a whole match, and it was pretty sloppy. I think on a lot of different people. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, just to really highlight, like I tend to regard myself as a somewhat intelligent person, but just to highlight how much of a mess kind of we were, I misloaded my front squats by 15 pounds. So
I think
it was that kind of day.
I think that's a common female thing, misloading weights. I know. I'm serious. I got all my girls. They're all moms of multiple children. They got a lot of stuff on their mind. The gym is an escape. They don't want to think. I get it. They misload their weights a lot, and I have the guys that I have never happens. So I think that's just a girl thing. If we want to start the show off by calling me sexist, I'm okay with it. But
just add it to the list.
Yeah, just add it to the list. Yeah, no, I equal that sentiment. I had to do heavy Isabel the day before because that was the only time I could get like a good photographer for the JY barbell challenge that we're doing at Syndicate. So my CNS was just not great. I was actually very thankful everybody else was trash because I wouldn't be the only one. But anyway, we'll get right. I'm excited. We got all the pieces to have a good team. You just need to put it together.
Credit to our coach. She did tell us to rest, and we just
and nobody rested. Yeah. 100%. 100%. That's what happened.
We love you, Sophia.
But we will next week.
We will rest.
Anyway, that was the big highlight for the weekend, I guess. For me, anyway, I didn't have really anything big other than the introduction to Isabel at Syndicate and then Grid League practice. Do you have anything else significant?
Do y'all have a bunch of people signed up for that?
I don't know. I know there was quite a few people in the comments, but it's the first 9 people to DM that they want to do it. I also think there might be another special guest doing it. We'll wait on that, but it's going to be really fun. I'm either going to be really, really good or I'm going to blow up trying. I'm going to come out real hot, and it's going to be 4 minutes or bust, knowing that bust will probably happen, but that's okay.
Do you think any ladies are going to do it?
That's a great question. So we haven't had any girls to DM, but if any of you ladies think you can do 30 reps 155 faster than I can with 225, don't be scared.
I feel like a really strong lady would have a better shot.
An advantage. I agree.
Yeah.
I think heavy Isabel is an easier workout for the women than it is the men. Women they tend to be 90%ers, and if you're that strong, you're going to cycle your weight better. I like the top scores will be even, but I bet you the average score for the ladies ends up being faster than the men. Once all the semifinals are said and done. But yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Hopefully I don't let everybody down, but
John muted himself.
Hold on, I hit my mic and my mic jumped out. Can you still hear me or no?
Yeah, I feel like didn't Grant said that you broke the Guinness World Record for a number of podcasts, but yet you still fumble.
Yeah, it's not. I don't fumble. My equipment fumbles. So there's. Just give me a second. Go ahead and talk.
All right. Well, I feel like we got to kick it off. Do you want to start with a question, or do you want me to start with a question?
I have a question for you because
All right.
I saw this happen this week. Kyra Milligan showed the world how many guys creep on her, and how many of them don't like dogs, which is I think that's a even creepier. So I would like to know. I think a lot of guys would like to know how does a young female as yourself deal with creeps in your DMs, and how often is it? And what's the weirdest thing you've gotten DM'd? Uh,
Oh no.
yeah.
Okay.
So because I occasionally get somebody like that, but it's like once a month. Um, and honestly, it's always a compliment. I'm like, that's so. I mean, thank you. It's such a good compliment. I'm not into that, but thank you. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes for me. But
Have you ever been asked for your feet or like sent?
yo, so not me, not me. If anybody's ever seen my toes, they're all of my toenails are dead. They have like I had a athlete's foot really bad when I was in high school, and like my toenails are just dead. It's probably one of the worst things about me. But
Red flag.
Taylor has a dedicated like feet group. Not him. He doesn't run it. Taylor Self. There is a group out there of a bunch of guys that just jerk off to his feet. Yeah, and it's it's it's
Wait,
it's 100% real. like I'm not,
I
I'm
feel like
not joking.
I feel like I need the backstory on this. Like, I think
I
maybe
don't know how he
we'll
found
follow
out.
up on this. We'll
I don't
follow
know
up.
how. Yeah, yeah. He did a podcast with his feet on the screen, and I guess he's got some really smooth feet, and a lot of guys like this, I guess. So
Wow.
so I cannot speak to this, but Taylor absolutely can, and it's
Okay.
it's kind of hilarious. Like it's a dedicated group. Um, yeah. So
Everyone's got their thing, I guess.
that's a weird thing to have. But
Yeah. Yeah, as far as the like frequency of like the Instagram DMs and stuff, I feel like I can't even really speak to it, right? Like my following compared to Kyra's, like I probably am not getting near the
sure, but
same volume,
relative.
but I mean it's a lot. Um, some of it, you know, comes across well, and some of it comes across really poorly. So part of it, I part of it like
Give us an example of what really poorly looks like.
like back to back to back to back messages, like with no reciprocation. Like, I don't know. It's one thing when you are like responding to someone's story, I guess, or like you have like input to share. The other thing when you just like are repeatedly trying to get someone to talk to you comes
Hmm.
across a little stalkerish.
Well,
Uh,
okay. Then let me ask you: what is a guy to do if he really wants to talk to you, but you don't know he exists? How is
you
he?
gotta okay,
How is he
describe the
supposed to talk to
archetype.
you?
Like, what is the guy like?
Well, you wouldn't know. You don't talk to him. He's messaged you 5 times, and you're like, wow, this is a creep, right? Like, and you're like, okay, I would say 95% of the
Yeah.
time, yes. But how is a guy supposed to get your attention if
The first message
if
has
you
to be
automatically you put him in the boat with everybody else?
the first message has to be really good, I think.
Okay.
It's it's like a first impression thing. If
I
you don't make a good first impression, I'm probably just gonna move you to my general inbox.
okay.
Like,
Then what is an example of a good impression? First good impression.
okay, it can't just be like a hi.
Right.
Or a
No.
lot of times it's just like, hi, sexy lady, hi, long legs, hi, blondie.
Okay.
You look so beautiful today. Like, it's too much.
I gotcha.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Something relatable, like let's say, I mean, we're talking about the fitness space, right? We as females, the exception of a few, are probably posting actual fitness content, comment on something that we're actually doing.
Your bar muscle ups look real curvy, girl. Like something like that.
Yeah, real curvy, real curvy. That's a really good scientific term. Yeah, I don't know, like something like that, or oh, are you gonna hit that workout on Saturday? I don't
Okay.
know, like
Okay. So
just something, an
something very, very
actual
lame. I gotcha.
yes. I mean, it's better than send me pictures of your feet and I'll send you
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I don't know. But I will
Okay.
say, you know, I think the strong first message, like as long as you can get a response, then you can be a little bit more persistent. So just like make the first message really good.
I think I don't envy people dating now at all. I prefer in person 100%. Me and one of the girls that I train at my gym, we were talking about this, and she's 44, 43, or maybe 41, 40 to 45. They're all in that. I put them all in the same boat. They'll be mad at me that I don't know their ages exactly, but they're all the same. They're all the same. Um, and we were talking about pickup lines, and I was like, I've never really been a pickup line kind of a person. And then she didn't believe me, and she was like, you've never told a girl like something what she wanted to go on a date with her. I'm like, no, not really. I said this was my go-to, and it doesn't work all the time, you know. But I would just be like, hey, I think you are gorgeous, and I don't think I'm half bad. Let me buy you lunch. Done.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's it. And like I was in college, the food, it's not called a food court, but what is it called? What is it called?
Cafeteria?
Yeah, but it's got a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like everybody's in and out there. No, it's not the cafeteria, but it's
Commons.
the commons. The commons. I would just if there was a girl that I liked in class or a class that I saw or whatever, I would wait till 11 o'clock. I know they're hungry. And then just offer to buy them lunch. And that was it. And then now you're talking at lunch. And if you're worth
Yeah.
listening to, it should all be downhill from there. Like it shouldn't be hard. And then if you're not into them, you wasted $7. You didn't
Yeah,
have to take them
pickup
out to
lines.
dinner. You didn't have to take them out to the movie. Like, $7, no time was wasted. You're either into each other or not. And I think that's so simple. But
Pickup lines don't work.
no. But
They
like
don't work.
on the internet, you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah.
How the freak are you supposed to do that in DMs? Tell me what is the equivalent to that in DMs? Because I just don't envy people
Is this
nowadays.
is this like hypothetical situation where this person lives locally or are they like across the country? Because those are two completely different scenarios to me.
Sure, for sure. Let's say you go to the same gym. You've never spoken to each other.
Oh no.
You've never spoken to each other, but you've been going to the same gym for a month.
CrossFit gym?
Yeah, CrossFit gym. And you know of each
Wow.
other. The most you've ever said was hi. What do you do?
What are your intentions?
What is a guy supposed to do? I
Yeah,
can't speak on the intentions of metaphorical guy
this matters.
or
This matters. Okay.
hypothetical guy.
Because the reason why it matters, if the guy is actually
No,
trying to
time
date
out.
this,
It doesn't matter. You
it
know
does
why?
matter.
No. You know why it doesn't matter? Because you don't know. You don't know.
But I feel like my recommended path for him changes depending on the intentions.
Okay, let's go both ways. Let's say
Okay.
one way he's trying to date somebody, and the other way he's just trying to get you in bed. What
Okay.
are
If he's really trying to date, he will be willing to play the long game. He already has a forum.
zero
Like,
guy wants to hear that?
okay, but it's the truth. You already have a forum to get to know this girl. Like, if y'all are going to the same gym, just start talking more. Make more comments to her during classes or in passing or whatever. Like, start there. See if it's even something that you want to foster, and then like ask her to go to dinner after class. It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. Play the long game.
So just be really forward about it.
After some time, no one likes the member who joins the gym and who's trying to go out with everyone.
Just starts to hit on everybody. Yeah.
No one likes them.
For sure.
PSA, don't be that guy.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other path, if the guy is just trying to get into bed with her, like lead with that.
Oh, I hardcore am against that.
No, I'm not saying
Lead
I
with that.
agree.
Lead with that.
I'm just such an honesty forward person. Like I'm
Hey,
not.
hey, girl. When you gonna come get with me, huh? What's that gonna happen?
Thank God you're married already because you have no game. No, it's
Oh, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked.
something like the flirting during class and stuff, absolutely. But he's not asking her to go out to dinner. It's like, hey, come watch Netflix with me later.
Mm.
And if the girl,
I think that's not gonna work. I think this is terrible advice.
I can only speak from my own experience.
Terrible advice. All right, so you hear that, guys? If you like Avery,
okay,
just ask her to watch Netflix with you, and then it's.
God, that is not what I'm looking for.
That's what you just said. That's what you just said to do.
I'm saying if what the guy is looking for is just to get with the girl, yes, lead with that. Don't make her think, oh, I'm gonna take you out and get to know you because you don't care to get to know her. So don't there are women that want that same thing.
My advice for that situation is to evaluate your priorities. And you don't deserve to sleep with someone if you don't want to get to know them. Okay? Go get married and then sleep with them, and then you're great.
I mean, yeah, it's great advice.
That's my advice. But Avery, you can take Avery's advice if you want to. Just go watch Netflix.
I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying if that's what you want.
Just be forward about it.
Like I spent my Sunday morning in church. I am not telling y'all.
Hey, no judgment. There is no judgment.
Y'all to go do that.
I have no judgment. I mean, God might, but I don't have judgment. Okay, in your experience, there are girls that would just say yeah, because there are women that want that. I think guys would fight you on that, or I think not. I think it's a very small percentage. I don't disagree with you, but you have to think, and we're talking about everybody in life, right? And you're 23. Everybody's not in college. You know what I mean? And I think it's a small percentage of people that are not college aged. I 100% agree with you. Plenty of women are down for that, right? But the older you get, the less that's true. You know
Maybe in the middle range, and then I think it probably. I think it changes again.
At 27, you just need to start looking for marriage.
Pretty much.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
I think you should do it about like 7 years earlier than that. But you go get it, guys. That's.
John just called me a late bloomer.
I didn't say that at all. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay.
Are we going to the Instagram questions?
That's where I was headed. I thought that was a good first question, though. I feel like
I get to pick now.
And guys, I do want to tell you, we will go live from now on. There's a 24-hour notice that I forgot about. So this is the first episode. Next episode, we will be live, and we'll just answer questions from the comment queue, or if you have comments, put them down below. And then we'll. I think it'll get a lot better whenever we're bouncing off you guys.
Okay, we got a question.
All right, let's see.
Are we telling the world who asked?
No, completely anonymous.
Okay, these are anonymous, y'all.
Yeah. Actually, you need to set up the question, like to submit questions anonymously, because there's a way to do that. I don't know how to do that, but there's a way to do that.
Y'all are hearing it here first.
That way
people darkest questions answered.
That way people aren't afraid to ask like juicy things. You know what I mean?
I like it.
It's just gonna be full of
how? I'm ready. Oh God, no.
We have anonymous questions, and it's just 18 questions from Sevan.
Can you tell someone to just stay off our podcast?
No, I want him on our podcast. Sevan would be great. As long as he's not like running it. Like we can control what he asks and doesn't ask. I still think he should be a part of it. He asks a lot of good questions. People just don't like talking about it. but they might like it better coming from your mouth, you know?
That's true. Okay, here we go. How do you guys balance your libido with so much training? I'm
Mm.
gonna let you take that first because
I think
I
it's
don't know.
I think it's a way different question for guys and
Yeah.
girls. And then okay, can you ask the question again?
How do you balance your libido with so much training?
So I'll answer this. I think what a lot of guys go through, and then I'll answer it first with like personally. Um, I have never had a lack of libido with any amount of training. It's always been there, ready to go, pretty much anytime I want it to go. Um, but
Enter newborn baby.
I'm still relatively young. I know I'm not to Avery, but in the grand scheme of things, like I'm relatively young. Like I'm not going through the testosterone withdrawals that a lot of older guys get. Um, a lot of guys at the gym, at least for my gym, and I would assume it's like this everywhere, are on testosterone. Like half of them, especially the older population,
Mhm.
half of them are on testosterone. And I personally do not think that that is the answer. I think the second thumbs up, not the answer. I think the second you get on testosterone, you are jacking up your hormones and you're like, you know, you want to feel young again. You're tired and your testosterone's low. I get it. I get it. I get the appeal of it 100%. You're either going to shoot yourself up every single day for the rest of your life
Mhm.
or it's going to mess you up. Because the second you get off of it, you're going to feel the worst you've ever felt. You're going to feel fatigued. You're going to, your dick's not going to work. Like it's like everything bad is going to happen the second you get off of it
Mhm.
because your body is so used to this stuff that it wasn't making before. And then it's not going to make testosterone anymore. And then you're just not going to have it. It's kind of like Ozempic in your metabolism. You know what I mean? Like you just shoot your metabolism
Mhm.
and then it doesn't come back. And now you're just effed up. Like, and I don't think testosterone's as dangerous as Ozempic is, but I do put those kind of in the same category of like you're looking for the easy way to feel young again or feel better about yourself, or the quick fix, and it's just going to f you up in the long run. And what I would do, what's the answer then? Um, I think if you feel sluggish, like for guys, I think the answer is to work out more, but like do it in a sustainable way. You can't go to the gym and max out every
Mhm.
day. You're gonna break. But like figure out how to do something every single day in a very consistent way, whether that's 30 minutes on a bike every day. And just that like uptake in like physical performance will show in your testosterone. You will get more natural testosterone from that. Like every single day you're working and your blood's pumping and your adrenaline's running, like you'll get a natural boost of testosterone every single time you do that. And then your body will get better and better. You might never feel like you're 18, but you will feel like you're 34 when you're 50. And that's way better than the alternative, in my opinion. Um,
Would you agree that that concept you were talking about of like a lighter day here and there, like, but doing something every day, the easiest option is just to show up to a CrossFit gym and do what's actually been programmed every day?
yeah, no, and I would say depending on the workout is, yeah, just do your class workout. But like I know a lot of people work out in their garages, but like if you do Mayhem or you do Proven or whatever, like just do what they have that day. Don't do anything
Mhm.
extra and scale it down. Like I would do workouts when your body's like feeling badly. I would do workouts in a way scaled down way just to move. And then like try to go really fast, like work your lungs. Your lungs are
Mhm.
never going to be beat up. And so like, and do that. And I don't care if it takes 5 days of that before your muscles feel like they can do something again.
Yeah.
Do that. Like you will be way better off physically, hormonally, like everything will be way better off if that's your MO instead
Mhm.
of my testosterone's low. I don't care, even if it's low. Like you get it checked and you have low levels. I'm going to take whatever testosterone so I can feel good again. I just think the alternative is way, way better than that. For what do you
Yeah.
think for women? Because I know women are far different. Y'all got a lot of stuff going on inside that body. There's a lot of, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the same boat where like can't say I've ever personally experienced that problem. I'm also single though, right? Like not in a relationship where I'm like experiencing that either. I think for me, I could think of like in a harder training block being really tired, like really exhausted when I get home. This very comfortable couch here. I
Mm-hmm.
have seen many mornings on this couch. um, Sometimes with unbrushed teeth. I just told the whole internet that. That's
That's great.
nice.
That's great.
Add that to my dating profile. Um, I think
There's probably people into it.
just like the fee, there's
Yeah.
something for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the exhaustion is real. I can blame like too much caffeine for that, for sure. Not enough sleep. Like I think just getting back in check with like how do you keep your energy levels high? Fitness is important, but like eat good food. Don't drink a ton of caffeine. Um, Drink enough water. Like eat nutritious food, right? Eat fruit. Eat meat. Um, I mean, fitness in 100 words, right? Like, there's a very clear answer, I think, being presented.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of us are just not willing to listen to it. And I honestly, I would say, yeah, physical activity and then how are we actually recovering the body is probably most what's impacting this for people.
I'm interested. What do you think about like how menopause affects the body, and then and how does working out come into play? I know like we might know the same amount about this, but like
You might know more than
if
me.
you've ever researched.
I all
I
the
deal with a lot of women like flirting with it. They're not there yet, but 10 years
I
from now.
I can say like I've watched my mom, go through changes. My mom is she turned 60 in like 2 weeks. And, I was just down there in January and like we went to the gym and I was just showing her how to like lift heavier because she's been going to kind of hit classes at their little community they live in. They do a lot of like hypertrophy training and interval work with really light weights. And she's like, she can tell that she's missing the heavier lifting. This is not in regards to libido at all, but like in terms of the aging, right, and the changes that the female body goes through. And I think through menopause, like her body was craving more heavy lifting, more tempo work, that kind of stuff. And so
More
she's
food.
more food too. Yep, absolutely. A lot of women in that demographic are under eating, definitely under eating protein too, which is really important, especially when you look at the bone density declines. They need more resistance training and they need more protein and more food. So I think that probably has impacts on libido too. I don't know enough scientifically to be able to say that, but I would assume.
Yeah, probably. I think it all kind of affects it a little bit. It's something another supplement. Like I know we haven't talked about supplements, but I think your grandmother should be taking creatine. I think everybody should be taking creatine. All creatine does is repairs your muscles faster.
Yeah, more
Um,
water.
and yeah, of course, you are going to gain like 5 pounds, but it's all water. It's all water weight. I know that freaks people out. But it just makes your muscles repair and heal faster. So even if you're not lifting weights, even if you're not doing stuff, like it's going to make your body feel better no matter what you do, no matter what your job is, like no matter what your day to day is, it will help you feel better because your muscles will heal faster. And I
I
think
have
that's,
to
huh?
I have to admit, I was on the creatine. I could not do it. I looked so puffy. Like it's John,
you
it's
gotta,
different for
you
women.
gotta accept it, girl.
It's different for women. Like we don't want to be looking puffy. Someone literally came up to me one day in the gym and they're like, "You're looking really puffed up." They said that to me. And I
Yeah,
was like, "Enter baggy t-shirt season,"
that's difficult.
because
Mm-hmm.
it is difficult. It's really hard for women with the body
First
image of
world
foods.
problems, huh?
But I agree that it is good.
You know what? If I gave a bunch of Ethiopians creatine, I think they would think like the world of it. and you're just throwing it away because you look a little puffy.
No comment.
There are guys that like puffy girls. It's all right to be a puffy
That's
girl.
that's
I'm gonna
true.
call you. I'm gonna call you Powder Puff from now on, just because of this.
Okay.
Little Powder Puff girl.
Can I be Bubbles? I know I
You're
have red hair right now, but it's
much more of
probably
a
Bubbles.
blossom. You're much more of a blossom. You just gotta accept it.
All right. Okay.
Sophia's Buttercup.
All right. You want to read the next question?
Yeah, I didn't even look at them.
Enter.
Okay, what are the I just remember this one from looking at it. In your opinion, hold on, let me find it. Sorry, guys.
We all knew you were slow. It's okay.
What are the top? Okay, just in running. What are the top 3 attributes you look for in a partner, and 3 immediate turnoffs? And I think we can use this for in the gym. Not necessarily like a partner, but like a potential somebody you could see yourself
Going out with.
Yes, yeah. What's 3 immediate turnoffs and 3 things that your 3 attributes you look for? I'm gonna tell you right now, I have 100% an answer to this. I don't know if I have 3, but like there are so like I 100 like as far as like things I'm like I really like this about this person, or like the things that I just like about people. You could throw guys in there too. Like just I respect this attribute of this person, and it makes me value them. Might be the wrong word. Value might be the wrong word, but respect them. You know what I mean? No matter their fitness level. No matter their fitness level. Like I can't state that enough. And then there's people that I will not deal with for. So I'll let you go first, but I have an answer to this.
Okay. Okay, I just wrote my answers down so that I am not influenced.
I'm gonna write mine down while you're talking.
Top 3 attributes: hardworking or like grit. I say that because I don't expect a guy to be rich Froning. Okay. Would it be great? Would it be great? Yes.
What are we glazing Rich up for? Huh?
Come on. Okay. Hardworking or grit, right? Like, I'm not saying you need to be able to snatch 300 pounds, but like, you should be working hard. Positive energy and charming. Like, it doesn't have to be like, very outgoing. Could be more introverted, but like has a good presence, like is friendly to people, is charming. There's like a, an air about them. And then emotional,
an aura,
if you will. I am an organ after all. Emotionally intelligent. Like actually picks up on, social cues and knows when to like be quiet, right? Like I just feel like emotional intelligence is important. Like they can kind of talk to you and gauge how you're feeling, and then that seems like such a stop. That seems like so little, right, to ask for. Like everyone should be that. It's not very common though.
I don't think it sounds like little. I think
Okay.
I think this is a mistake that women make right now. I think you're like, I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot, and I think it's much harder to find. I know. I agree and I disagree. I agree. I don't think it's that hard to do, but like if you didn't have one of those attributes, I do think it would be hard for you to like make yourself have it. You know what I mean, or work on it. I feel like everything you just said, hard work might be the only one, but the other 2 is very natural. Like you probably had that since high school, being charming or emotionally intelligent. You know, if you don't have it now, like how are you supposed to get it? You know what I'm saying? I do think like you're like, it's not that not much, not asking much,
but it's a lot.
I just think you either have those things naturally or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no offense to anybody. I just think you already have it. I think those 2 things are hard to work on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever you like go out with a guy, like, wow, he's dumb. He's trying. It's all I'm saying.
But like, are we supposed to just look past it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not
I'm
saying you
gonna
have to
say
settle.
this. I'm gonna say this, and
Okay.
it's not gonna come across well. There may be women who just match their level a little better.
Yeah, there's dumb women
Right?
too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
wow, you just come out and say it. I mean, it's the truth. Like, I can't do it. Someone will be able to.
So you just think you're smarter than most people. Is that where?
John, I'm all I'm saying
We
is
don't need to hear your credentials.
I'm
Okay, I get it. I get it.
I'm a nerd. That's all you need to know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay? And then do you want me to go over my turnoffs too, or do you want to do your
Yes. Yes,
attributes
ma'am.
first?
No, do your turnoffs. Yeah.
Okay. First one was lack of social awareness, which I feel like is just the inverse of emotional intelligence. But like, I dated this guy one time, and I felt like he just didn't know. Like, he would just make comments that were inappropriate for the moment, or he would be really like talking someone's ear off, and you could tell they like didn't want to talk to him anymore, and he like was not picking up on the cue. Um, or like I would want to leave, like we'd be at a social gathering and I would want to leave and I would like nudge him, and like everyone else could tell that was like unhappy and wanted to go home, and he was like clueless. Just like lack of social awareness, just like completely unaware. That is such a turn off to me. Like there's nothing better than just like being in alignment with someone. And it's
Yeah.
such a turn off when someone just does not have that trait.
No, I agree with that. I'm not gonna put that on my top 3 turnoffs, but I'm with you. I'm in lockstep. So lack of social awareness. What are the other 2?
I only wrote one down. So,
You need
okay, hold on.
3.
I wrote one more down. I'm gonna have to come up with the third one. The second one, I put like dishonesty or cheating because we're talking about in the gym environment.
Okay.
Rep shavers. I
Oh, reps.
cannot do it. Okay, and I'm
Okay.
gonna preface this
I'm
by
with you.
saying,
I'm so yeah.
I
I'm with.
know. I'm gonna preface this by saying we all make mistakes. I'm not talking about the guy who accidentally like misses one and does one extra one time or whatever. Like we've all been there, especially at 5 in the morning, like I'm there. I'm talking about like the rep shavers, like we know, or like the just really shitty range of motion. Like, yeah, I
Mhm.
did that workout RX, and like I'm like, sir, you did not stand up a single one of your deadlifts. Like that is so unattractive to me. Immediate turn off. Immediate.
If you move crappy in a workout, you probably move crappy in other places. There you go.
Whoa!
That
This
should
is
be
a
a
family podcast, John Young.
that should I don't think we ever said it was a family podcast.
We're gonna have to put a rated R warning.
That was PG-11.
That
All
was
right.
G.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, go.
Okay, if you think of another turn off, let me know. Okay, because well, I guess you said 2. Okay, my first one, I made that face because I'm in complete lockstep with you. Is hard working. I There's a girl who goes to my gym. Her name's a Daisy, and she walked into the gym and did not know how to squat. She had never done a squat before. Like, didn't work out,
Mm-hmm.
and like she saw like a lot of what I had going on with the other girls, and we were like in a strength cycle. I mean, they're all squatting over 200 pounds, and in various sizes, and she's like, I just want to be like them, and I'm like, we'll get you there, girl. Like, don't worry about it. And we had to I had to teach her how to squat,
Mm-hmm.
but she comes every day. And I put her through hell. We go 5 sets on the Echo Bike, 10 cals, has to be over 75 RPMs. And this is somebody who's relatively new to fitness. And then 10 goblet squats with a 44, 5 sets, 2-minute rest. And I know she's going to blow up. I know she can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I know what the bike does to people when they haven't biked. And she will try her very best every single time and just put herself in the ground. And she'll make it 3 sets. And I'm like, all right, we're going to rest 7 minutes. I'm going to do one more set. And she never fights me. She goes, okay. And freaking does it, man. And I love a Daisy. And she's lost like 50 pounds. She squats over 200 pounds now. And like I admire hard work so much. I admire hurting and then just knowing you're gonna hurt. I admire knowing you're gonna hurt
Mhm.
and like
Doing
choosing
it
to hurt
anyways.
anyway. Yes, yes. And it doesn't matter how bad you are. It doesn't matter how unfit you are. Like everybody's on a different step in
Yeah.
their journey, but just knowing something's going to be hard and then choosing to embrace it is such a turn on for me. Not even like like what you look for, just what you look for in people.
Yeah.
Like I admire this when some of the guys too. I think the girls are way better at this than the guys are. At least in for my people. Um, it's funny because the girls, I always get mad at me because they think I baby the guys, and they think I'm not as mean to the guys as them. And they're absolutely right, but it's because the guys can't hurt as bad as the girls. Like they don't want it
They're
as bad
babies.
as them. They are. And it's okay. They just want to lift weights and feel good. And that's great. Let's get strong and feel good. Right. But they don't have what the girls have mentally. They just don't, and they'll
I mean,
send it. Don't get me
y'all
wrong.
aren't built to have children. Let's be real. Y'all aren't built to have
I'm
children.
gonna talk about birthing a baby is the hardest thing you can do. All this stuff. I'm not talking about that. Don't get like guys will send it if I ask him to send it, but it's just the girls just do it. And it's just I admire it. So my second thing is being not afraid to try. Okay, that's what I wrote down. When you are like, hey, when you introduce something that they've never done before, and they're like, I don't know how to do this, and then you try to show them how to do it, and like I'll say this all the time when I'm coaching, like I don't care if you fail right now. It's
Mhm.
okay to fail. I just want you to try. And like them doing a full effort of trying, and this isn't just for girls, this is for anybody. Like I immediately like this person better or respect this person because it's almost like you say dishonesty, but I feel like there's a trust factor and trust,
Yeah.
and this might be like the coach in me. Like you trust, I'm trying to get you to a place. And then, we're on this journey together. Right. And I really like that in
Yeah.
people.
I feel like it goes beyond trust. It's like confidence.
Right. And
That's
you're
that's
trying to
a
give them
confident
confidence. Yeah.
but a confident person is willing to make a fool out of themselves failing something because they are so secure in themselves they don't care. Like when you're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this backflip pull up deal," or right, just
Be like,
something out of pocket.
I'll give
You
it a
gotta be like,
crack.
all right, sure,
Yeah.
like I'll give it a try because they are so secure in themselves, they are
Hmm.
not concerned about how they're gonna make themselves look.
Right. And I think that leads to like it's about your character. Like I
Yeah.
think you see that in more areas than one. And it's not just doing it at the gym. It's all kinds of things. Um, my third one, and this is more like dating and all that stuff. Would be words of affirmation, and this is just a personal one. That's one of my love languages. But it's almost what you said. It's knowing when to talk because uh like if there's sometimes where I will do something and I'm upset with it and I don't want anything. Let me sit in my failure. Okay? Just let me fail in peace. Okay? And I don't want you did a good job. I didn't do a good job. No, I rolled around the floor for 20 minutes and I had to stream it in front of everybody to do it. Like it's I didn't no, I don't want that, right? I don't want it at all. But when you do something and you're proud of it, them being like just encouraging or proud of you or whatever, they see the work you're putting in.
Mhm.
Like it's like knowing when to do those words of affirmation. It's even if you're like, it's fine. Like it still feels really good. Like you still want it. Might be a little hypocritical because I guarantee when people tell me good job, I'm like, thanks. Like a little bit disregarding. It still feels good. You know.
Yeah.
Um, so
When
that's my
timed appropriately.
yes, 100%. Yeah.
I just have to like applaud that because that is so it's a really good way to put like what I don't think I could have articulated. But like we did a local comp last weekend and I sprained my ankle, okay? I sprained my ankle, John. You know this, like
Mhm.
3 weeks ago, doing nothing cool. And there was an event with burpees over a worm. So like lateral burpees. And as soon as I heard it was programmed, I was like, well, shit, that's gonna take me out. Like the ankle's going, it's going out. Oh, and it had traveling double unders in it because the burpees over the worm were not enough to just wreck the ankle.
Well, everybody doesn't have a sprained ankle, Avery. They're not
I
programming it
know.
for sprained
I
ankle
am
people.
aware. I'm talking about like me being like, oh shit.
Mhm.
So like we get through the event and we lost like a linchpin, like super close tiebreaker by like 9 seconds. Like we're literally like racing to the finish, and like kudos to the other team, like they killed it. But you know, I like hit my ankle on the bat on the worm. I'm dying. I'm pissed off at myself because like I was the one that lost us this race. So I just like walk outside and I slouch down in like the first chair I can find, and I'm just like breathing heavy and like mentally just like done. And there was like 10 people who walked up to me and everyone was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I get you anything?" And they're like, "You did your best." And I was literally just like, "Leave, like please give me a minute." Like I need like 10 minutes after a situation like that to just exist.
Mhm.
So I know exactly what you mean because like the people that know me well know that. They know to just leave me alone. Like I don't need anything. I don't need words of affirmation. I don't need comforting. I don't need platitudes. Like
Yeah.
just leave me alone. But to your point, the next day, yeah, I would really appreciate like, hey,
Yeah.
I
You
know
all
that was
right?
rough, but you gave it your best. Like let's move on.
Yep.
So
100%. And
yeah,
like the people that I coach, like they are aware of this, at least in person. Like when something goes bad, I'm like, hey, you sucked. You know you did. It's bad. Let's get better. Like there's nothing that makes you less sucky right now. Let's go get better. And
yeah,
like I like people might think that's mean. They know that they're trash. I know that they're trash. We all know they're trash. How do we not be
yeah,
trash? Like, you know what I mean? That's the goal.
yeah.
What's the goal, Avery? To
Fix my
not to
snatches.
not be trash. To not be trash.
You
But
told me
like
my snatches were trash yesterday. So for y'all that don't know, I feel personally victimized by John Young.
you're not the first person. All right. The
Okay.
my turn offs are kind of like the opposite. Um, so like, there's there's people that come to the gym and I might this might be a me problem. I'm okay with it being a me problem, but they come to the gym, they don't work hard, they scale weight like overly. Um, they'll finish the workout in 5 minutes and like a 18-minute workout, it'll be done in 5 minutes because they
Hmm.
scale it so hard. Um, and then they they'll go run a mile after the workout um, in a 12-minute pace, and then they do it every day and they feel like they're doing something, and like it hurts me so badly to be like to not say you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
like it's and this is like I would rather them go to F45 because that's what they want. That's what they want.
Yeah.
Like I don't like CrossFit is hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's
High
why
intensity.
that's why it works. That's why it's the best thing there is for health. And it's I just feel like it's a spit in the face to like to work out that way because that's not what this is. And I
Yeah.
don't want to have like a nose in the air way about it. Like everybody's trying to be their best self. Cool. But what y'all are doing is not what it's not CrossFit. What CrossFit's
Yeah.
supposed to be. Like intensity is what drives, it's what pulls
Yeah.
everybody together. Like
Well,
as
yeah.
far you talk about community, it's almost like a football team. We are all out here killing ourselves. And then we all roll on the floor dead. And then there's a respect factor to everybody
Yep.
because we shared that together. We all
Right.
hurt and suffer together, and we're all being our best self together.
Except for that guy.
And well, and like there's like cliques, you know what I mean, that just don't do that.
Yeah.
And they gossip and like it's just
Well,
I
and
don't
it's
know
like,
why you're here. Like
yeah.
I just rather you be somewhere else where like I don't it's not even against them. I just think you're in the wrong place. You know
Well,
what I
and I
mean?
think Well, and I think like what needs to be said is like I understand what you're saying, but just to clarify for people, right? Like it's not about the fact that they scaled, like we love that. But intensity is relative. So high intensity for them may still be like scaled movement and scaled weight, but they should be within the stimulus, which is high intensity.
The stimulus is everything. Like what you just said, the
Right.
stimulus is everything. And I'm like you have your 72-year-old grandma who is like, she's still doing deadlifts with 45 pounds. It's still taking the same amount of time as it takes
Right.
me to do the workout with 315. We're getting the same stimulus. You know what I mean? It's not about how good somebody is, or if, some people are willing to hurt more than others. Like that's fine. It's okay. It's okay if you're not good at hurting. That's not what I'm saying.
Did you come work hard?
Yeah. Did like it's this it's Are
Effort.
you trying to be better today?
Yeah.
Because like we have very old people at our gym and they come hard, they come to the gym and they work so hard and they're proud of themselves and they get new movements and they PR like I know one of our girls has like PRs past 60 because she was
Love that.
really good shape for a 50 like 7-year old and then like took like a 3-year hiatus. So she
Mhm.
has like this like line like this was the most I've done since 60 and she's like 74 or something like that. But you know what I mean? Like has goals, wants to be better, wants to be with people. Like I love those people. I love them. It's not about people misconstrue what I say. Like everybody's not good at CrossFit. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's just did you work hard?
It's the effort.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then in line with that, my other turnoff is refuses to try. Like if somebody does box step ups for years, but you see them like jump and they can do a jump they can do a box jump. And then you get the padded 18-inch box out. So like there's
Mhm.
no there's no fear of hurting your shin, and they refuse to jump. Like, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. And like you fight with them a little bit, and then you're like, okay, well, you can just do box step ups. It's okay, right? Like I get it. I'm not gonna make you do it.
Yeah.
Fine. I've lost respect for you. like it's not, and
I mean, not I
it's
wouldn't say on the
different if like
first
something's
time. I
hurting.
think and I think over time. I don't think you could say you lose respect for them the first time that happens, but I do
No,
think,
no,
like, if
no,
that's
no,
a
no,
continued, like,
no.
they're
Yes,
unwilling, then
yes,
yeah.
yes. No, I'm saying like, and this goes for like everything.
Yeah.
You do jumping pull-ups forever, and I think you're capable of doing a jumping pull-up with a slightly higher pull-up bar,
Yeah.
something like that. And you're like, I like my pull-up bar. You know what I mean?
In the
Like,
comfort zone. They're in the
yeah,
comfort zone.
or they use a trainer bar, but they put tins on the trainer bar and they do whatever with that. Right? That's 35 pounds. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, let's try to do a girls bar today. I don't want to. Like
Yeah.
and they have whatever excuse and like just like it's not just one thing. It's time after time after time after time. And there's nothing that makes a coach want to stop coaching you than that stuff. Because then
Yep.
you're like, why every time I say something, they're just gonna say, give me some excuse. And then I dislike this person. And I don't, and you
Yeah.
should never coach with a dislike for somebody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what, and then they just kind of stop talking to you. Like, and it's like they address the class, but they just know you're not gonna want to do whatever, you're not ever gonna want to push the envelope. And it's just,
Yeah.
and it
What
might just be
about
for me, it's something I struggle with.
how does that come across, like, if you, were dating, right, or, like, looking for a partner, like, how does that attribute come across in that scenario?
Hmm.
Like, someone who's, like, not willing to try a new place to eat, or, like, someone who is, like, so stuck in their routine, like, they won't budge, like, is it that?
Yeah, no, I would say probably timing, time availability. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Like,
Like
they won't make time for you?
Right. I think it's more they won't make time for you because if people can have their eating preferences. I'm a very picky eater. But and like if you like I was thinking, well, maybe they won't go to the movies or and you really want to go see this movie and they don't want to go to a movie. Like that's kind of a red flag, right?
Yeah.
You could sit through anything. Um, but I think not making time for somebody like they're available and you could be available, but you go ahead and do whatever is in the way. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
And I would say that's a red flag, like, or that a person's not into you, or they're into you for one thing, and that's to be into you. I think, yeah, I wouldn't be. I think that's the equivalent, just not making time for you. That was a really, really
Yeah.
good call.
Like it. Okay,
And
what's
then
your last one?
my last one is overly cussing. It's fine if you cuss. I don't have a problem with it. Avery does from time to time. It's fine.
I'm trying
And
hard.
the no. It's I don't have a problem against cussing. Overly cussing, when every second word is the F word out of your mouth, like,
Yeah,
it
it's too
feels like
much.
a lack of intelligence. Well, I just think it's a lack of intelligence. Like, you have nothing better to say, so you just fill it with a cuss word.
Yep.
Again, it's not, it's the overly using of curse words. I feel
It's a filler word.
it's a big time turnoff for me when it comes to, like, being attracted to a girl. Guys, I think guys are a little bit different. Like, you're not trying to be with guys, right? I mean, I guess some people are, but I'm not trying to be with guys. So that hits a little differently.
I would echo that. I think it extends for me though beyond cursing. Like I think a man who cannot articulate himself, that is the turnoff. So that will be my number 3. So I will
Just
just
piggyback.
steal yours.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
What does that look like?
Oh, well, it kind of ties back to emotional intelligence, right? Like a guy who can't tell you how he feels. But I also
Okay.
just think
Okay. So just somebody who
can't
just
communicate.
afraid to be, like, vulnerable.
Well, or someone who can't communicate. And I think the reason I attribute that to the cursing thing is that, to your point, it's when people don't know what to say, that's a very easy thing to come out as a curse word, an expletive,
Mm-hmm.
profanity.
Yeah.
And so when someone can't just speak normally, fluidly, confidently, the word I'm looking for, like, I don't know, yeah, fluency, right? Fluently speak.
Sure.
They use curse words. So I think it's from the same root. But yeah, it ties back to like men who can't talk about their emotions. Like I'm not saying I want a therapy session. Please don't I don't want a dude being like, yeah,
I don't know. That's like you said, it's a
I
comfy
feel
couch.
really
You can
like
lay on the couch. How does that make you feel, Miss Avery?
like we don't need to be talking about our feelings like that. But I do think like a guy needs to be able to communicate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a problem when the communication's not there.
No, I'm with you.
All right. Fun question. You got called out.
All right, this is the last question,
Okay.
because we're going to try to cap these around an hour. So this will be the
Ooh.
last question, and then we'll sign off, and then we'll end it.
All right. Well, shoot. There's so many good choices.
All right, it's up to you, girl.
All right. I just have to acknowledge this one, and then I'm gonna pick a question.
Oh, okay. Just
People are wondering if you're gonna get back to being fit after grid season.
it's really cool. I don't really know how fit I was to begin with. I was fitter than I am now, but I don't know if I'm fit enough to be considered fit. I do think I will have a period of fitness between the end of July and November. I think I'll be peak fitness, if you will. Tour de France happens in July. I'll be biking every day. I'm a big cycling fan, so I'll be skinny then. And I'm usually, how skinny or big I am correlates with my fitness a lot. Like, it's
How
not
much Ovaltine you're drinking?
correct. Yeah, if we're
Yeah,
drinking like a gallon or half a gallon a night, it's a big
big difference.
difference. It's a big difference. Yeah. So I will have 5 months of fitness and then 7 months of thickness. That's what I'll have.
All right. Our last question. Funniest first date experience.
I don't know.
I
I
have
feel
a
like
good
this could be
one.
like a bad first date.
Yeah, I have a bad first date story.
Well, I'm just gonna say me and my wife's first date, because I think it's pretty funny. But It's not bad, but it's funny. So I I know, as far as I said, I would rather meet people in person. I met my wife on Christian Mingle. She was the third picture I saw. I was in a very low point. I think I just I don't know. It was just did not want. I went on a lot of first dates in college in my senior year because I was like, I'm looking for marriage. This is what I want. Not a lot of girls wanted that. Believe it or not a lot of girls wanted that. And so like I went on a lot of first dates, and then I watched a really cheesy Christian movie called Christian Mingle, and it was really cheesy. It was really bad, terrible movie. But I was like, you know what? We'll just see what happens, right? And then she was the third picture I saw, and then you had to pay for it to talk on there. Um, and I wasn't doing that. So I found her on Facebook, like a very creepy person. Not even, I don't think Instagram was a thing yet. So it's just on Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Yeah. And
John Young, Facebook stalker.
Yeah. Yep. And then I messaged her. I was like, hey, I saw you on Christian Mingle. I don't know how to talk on there yet. So I just tried to find you. Would you want to go? My church is going mini golfing on Sunday. Would you want to go with me? And she said that she was actually doing a rotation 3 hours away. She's in pharmacy school, so she was 3 hours away. And I was like, okay, well, I ended up getting her number after that, like, and everything was fine. And then this whole time I'm thinking, man, Catfish was a big show back then. And I was like, this is gonna suck. If she's like, a man. But so I drove 3 hours to go see her for our first date. And upon getting there, my car dies. And so like when I got there and then it died. Like it was, and then I knocked on her door and I was like, hey, can I use your car to jump my car? Because my car died. And so our first interaction was just me jumping my car. And then we went on the date in my car, like still, even though I don't know why we would just use her car, but,
had to be a gentleman,
And then it was all downhill from there. And then it worked out. Yep. It's not kind of it's funny leading up to it, but it's, I guess I'm sure she's like, this is bomb. Like,
right.
Doesn't even
You're like, I had to jump this.
Doesn't even have a car that works. like, I'm like, this is going great. This is going so good. I'm so impressive right now. But yeah, no, it worked out. I've had a couple of like bad dates where I'm like, you're not fun. And then I just, pay for dinner and don't talk to them again. Yeah. There's been a couple where like they're like talking to me and I'm like, I really wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry, girl. And then they're like, well, that's such a dick thing to say. I'm like, I don't know how to say this in any other kind way other than that. Like, I get it. But I don't know how to tell you this. like either I don't text you back or I tell you that I am not interested. So
it's just like, are you supposed to fake it? I guess that's what I'm.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you got to tell. If you're not feeling it, just tell them.
I agree. I agree completely. Yeah. I think honesty is always the best policy for everything. Even if it hurts somebody's feelings, I think honesty is always the best policy.
Agree. That's why I said lead with Netflix if that's what you want.
Okay.
Okay. So my first date story. I don't even remember the circumstance, but I want to say it was like COVID-ish time. So I don't know, 5 years ago. It was just a wee one back then.
Were you wearing a mask?
No.
Okay. Oh, living life on the risky side.
Well, I don't know that we were like, I don't know what. It was around that time.
And you live in Oregon. I feel like there are big mask people in Oregon.
It was like it required here.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, unimportant detail of the story. I met this guy on, I want to say it was Facebook. Like all of the bad dates and bad relationships I've been on pretty much have come from Facebook. So I've learned now. But asked me out and asked me to the Buffalo Wild Wings, which I also feel like should have been an immediate red flag.
What, beat ups?
Yep.
I love B-dubs. What's
Do
wrong
I
with you?
strike you as a B-dubs on a first date kind of girl,
I
though?
mean, what if you're like a big fan of a team that's about to play a game, and then you can go watch the game together?
That's fair. That's fair. But also, like, can't he just have NFL Sunday ticket or something? I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Am I
Wait,
asking too much?
hold on. Time out. Time out. Do you have a favorite team for any sport?
Yes.
Is it what did
Which
go ahead?
sport?
What your favorite one?
I'm a hockey girl. I'm a
Okay.
Blackhawks fan, and
Okay.
then and I'm a Cowboys fan. So those
A
are the two.
Cowboys fan.
Yes.
That's sad. So
Says the Texan.
I'm a Vikings fan. I live here. I'm a Vikings fan. I know that's full of heartbreak, but we're better than Dallas. Anyway, okay, they're the Blackhawks are in the Stanley Cup, and he goes, "Hey, do you want to watch Game 3? We can go to beat ups."
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. That's
That's a
appropriate.
wonderful
Yes.
first date.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
you're
You
there.
let
You're trying to
me
be
finish.
fan. You're killing it. They're against the freaking Oregon whatever hockey team.
Okay.
Like,
Again, no. Okay. Also, Oregon does not have a
well,
no. We don't
whichever
have a
one,
pro hockey team.
whichever one's around there.
Anaheim, Seattle. Okay.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, um, that yes would be better. What would be even better if he says, "I have tickets to the Stanley
See,
Cup Finals."
you expect too much. You expect too
Okay.
much.
Well, the point is,
Every
this was
suggestion I've
just
ever said, you like make it $1,000 more, and then say that would be nice. It's just this is on you,
I'm a
bro.
single girl living on my
This
own.
is on
I
you.
have done well for myself. Someone is gonna have to come in a little higher.
And you
Okay.
can go halvesies on tickets if that's what you're expecting.
I will buy bricks.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I've ruined this.
B-dubs was just this. That was just the start. Like that was just like oh, that's kind of weird. I go in. I still drink at this point, so I'm 2.5 years sober now. I was still drinking back then. But I roll up. He's already there. There's like 5 empty pint glasses on the table. First of all, why is he drinking pints? Why would you not get the bigger cup?
He's going through it.
Yeah, I immediately sit down and I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And he proceeds to tell me during the conversation that he has a drinking problem.
Mm-hmm. You're like, me too.
I was like, I'm going to after this date. So I pretty much just like got my food, ate it pretty quickly, and I was like, I forgot I have a thing.
Yeah.
And I left. But the moral of this story is the lesson that I've learned is I do not let a guy pick me up for a first date ever. Like I drive myself because then I have an
That's good.
easy out.
Yeah,
So
I
this
like
is my
that.
advice to all females. Drive yourself to the first date. It's gentlemanly if he offers and like that's a good sign. Don't accept the offer though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big like small time first date guy. I like coffee
Yeah.
or like whatever you
Lunch.
like, like let's meet there and then just talk. Like there is no expectation. We're just getting food. Like I'm not even trying to kiss you on that. We're trying to figure out if
Yeah.
we're compatible. You know what I mean? And let me take you to Starbucks and get you a venti frappuccino mocha latte
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like that's I'm a big small time first date kind of guy. It's cheap. It's like I think most girls would accept it, and if there's no expectations, and
Low
then
pressure.
and if she likes you, it lowers the pressure for a real date because she already in her mind likes you. You know what I mean? So then it's like it takes everything off.
It does.
Then beat ups isn't weird.
It's
Because
true.
y'all just hanging,
Meetups could be
y'all just hanging out.
Watching the Stanley Cup, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So
All right,
advice,
I'm sorry.
drive yourself there. Make it low pressure.
Yeah. And
I'm not gonna meet dudes on Facebook.
No, just Facebook. Unless they ask her to, watch Netflix. And then in that case, she's all about it.
No, this is
okay.
John is falsely representing.
We're gonna end the podcast on that.
Send us questions.
And put it in the comments.
We will be live.
Mm-hmm. We'll be live from now on Sundays at 4 Central. Put questions in the comments on YouTube or follow us on Instagram at Snatch Talk Podcast. And yeah, and it's gonna do it for us,
And
guys.
subscribe so that John can feed his baby.
Like and subscribe. Yep.